Okay, guys, I asked you on one of my video shorts to ask me some questions. So I got my iPad right here, and I'm gonna be answering some of the questions that I had gotten. So let me see. It says from Maya. Hey Scorpio, do you think people really fall in love through sex? I'm speaking through from experience. I did. My husband, which is my daughter's father, my baby father, not my baby's father or baby's daddy, my baby girl's father. Yes, we started off just having sex, and that grew into like a 10-year relationship and marriage and kids. So yeah, I think sex can definitely turn into marriage because it don't take long for people's feelings to get involved. So yeah, I think that can. So another question is, what is your choice, white men or black men, and how well endowed should they? First of all, I don't care if you white, purple, green, or yellow. As long as you're a good person and you got morals and you are 100, you know what I'm saying? You know how to handle your business. That's all that matter. And as far as being well endowed, I could care less about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could care less. As long as whatever you have, you know how to use it. So that's that question. So this question comes from William Goodman. And it says, are you married? No, I'm not married. I have been married, but I am not married. Just because I feel like people do not value marriage the way they used to. And I feel like when you go into a marriage, you have to be 100% willing to make a sacrifice and willing to work through the thick and the thin, willing to ride that shit out as long as it's feasible to do so, and not think it's a game, and don't run at the first sign of trouble. So no, I'm not married. Okay, the next question comes from Dang It Desi. Can a woman be married and independent? That's a tricky one because I feel like I'm an independent woman. But if I was to get married, I wouldn't want to be independent anymore. I would want my husband to take up a lot of the things that a man's supposed to play his role, and I want to play my role. I feel like you can have some independence, meaning like some people get married and still have like their own bank accounts, or as well as joint bank accounts. But when I feel like once you get married, there's no need to be independent anymore. You can have independent things or that little things that you may do, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody need their me time. But as far as just standing independent, no, you're supposed to be as one. So, no, I don't think so. So the next question comes from James Seeley Jr. And it says, I'm living in Port City / Wilmington, North Carolina. So have you ever done it or had relations on the beach? Or is it on your bucket list? And it is definitely on my bucket list. Definitely on my bucket list. Every time I've had the opportunity to either try it or do it, the person I was with wasn't with it, or they were scared. And to each its own. Everything ain't for everybody, but it is definitely on my bucket list. Okay, so the next question comes from Randy Privet, and I believe that he been rocking with my channel for a long time when I had like 1,300 subscribers. So I appreciate you, Mr. Randy Privet. So your question is, how long was your last relationship, and was it a relationship or a sexual relationship? It was a relationship, and I try not to get into situationships or sexual relationships because I feel like I'm too old for that. I just feel like I'm too old for that. I want something with more meaning, and I want to be able to wake up with the person I slept with and cuddle and cook dinner and breakfast and all that good stuff. So I'm a little too old for sexual relationships. I'll be single or I'll be celibate if that's what I have to have, because I feel like you get to a point in your life that you just want more substance. So I have a video from Antoine Mercer. A question from Antoine Mercer. And the question is, I remember that you stated in one of your videos that you've been celibate for over a year now. What made you make that decision? What made me make that decision is because you just get to a point where, you have to feel things out when you dealing with someone or dating someone. And I'm against giving up free pussy. That's just how I feel. Like, when I say free pussy, I mean just, getting to hang out with somebody for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden y'all not talking no more and don't work out. Me, I just feel like if sex is part of a relationship. So if you're going to be in a relationship, it just comes with it. So we don't have to rush it. We don't have to push it. And that's just what happened. Like, I would date and I would go out and it just nothing came of it. So, and I'm not pressed for sex, because I have the rolls, I have my fingers, and they work fine. So, I can focus on what. Question from Joseph Peterson. What would be the oldest man that you would ever date? Wow. Oh, that's a great question, Mr. Peterson. The oldest I think I would ever date would be probably, I'm 44, so I would have to put a cap on maybe 54, maybe. But you got to be in good shape. You can't be 54 looking like you 74 or, 50 looking like you 65. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking nobody that's those ages, but that's just my cut off. I feel like at this point in time, you should know, what you're looking for out here, and you shouldn't be playing any games. But yeah, cap is like 54, 55. Okay. I have this question, and this question comes from, Troy Green. And the question is, a good friend of mine's husband was recently released from prison, and she says he's been pressing her for anal sex, which he hasn't asked for before he was locked up. I told her I think he was screwing while he was locked up. Was I wrong? No, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. We can argue. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. But yeah, I think he was screwing when he was locked up. And, she definitely should have a conversation with him and see. But, I mean, if she feel in her heart or you feel in your heart, you told her that's all you can do. She going to do what she want to do. That's all you can do. She going to do what she want to do. So at the end of the day, no, I don't think you were wrong, because if that's your friend and you care about her, tell her what's on your heart and tell her how you feel 100, because she asked you, and that's all you can do. But I don't think you was wrong. Keep it 100 at all times.